saying?
Welcome to St. Augustine this evening, the Mike Davis Show. Great countdown. What number were you on? 17?
I was guessing.
You were guessing, all right.
I
was
can't
like,
see. You see those numbers. You see those little bitty red numbers.
I can't see any of those numbers from here.
Exactly.
I've told you at my age, I'm lucky I can see the screen from here.
Once they turn red, I can't read them.
I was just getting ready to compliment you when you said 25 seconds. That's amazing. You can see that. I didn't realize you were faking it.
The white numbers I can see, but in the last 10 seconds, it goes red, and then
Faking
I can't see. I can't see the red numbers.
Faking it. Blake could have seen them.
Yeah, because he sits there.
Because they're red.
He's 5 minutes before.
He sees everything red.
Yeah.
Yep, especially his hats.
Especially his hats.
Especially his hats.
We need a filter. We need a filter button so I can just overlay.
MAGA.
That'd be so funny. How mad is Flagler at us that we keep saying their hats look like MAGA?
You know, it's just one.
Sorry, Flagler.
You got to lighten up. Everybody needs to lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
I watch people just go off the deep end on either side. I mean, you have friends, I have friends. They'll text you things that when Biden was the president, oh my God, he's doing this. You're like, hang on a second. Let me look this up. Well, he's doing something like that, but he's not doing that. It's not the end of the world. Calm down.
Yeah.
First of all, he'll be on vacation another 45 minutes for the weekend. So it's okay. It'll be all right. It's all going to work out. So, yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Let's do some reads.
Okay.
Let's make some money. Let's keep this show rolling. Opening their doors in 2008, Brightway Insurance, the Casey agency, has proudly stood by their customers through hurricanes, major flood, hail, and fires. Through these events, the agency has become a much-needed insurance resource in times of trouble and hardship. Honesty and integrity are the pillars of their core values, says Ashley Casey, their owner. Says we pride ourselves on being insurance experts while developing strategies to help our clients meet their insurance needs. They truly enjoy the relationship they've forged and have a true love for St. Augustine. Ashley Casey, Brightway Insurance, great folks, some really, really good people over there. They insure this show. We love them. And they don't want to give them a call. You need a great insurance agent.
Absolutely.
Thank God we're not California. We actually have insurance agents.
We love them.
Yes.
Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford has also won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online or head on down there, have dinner at Ford's Garage, have the Jiffy Burger. A to Z offers free estimates and has been serving St. Johns County for over 20 years in the construction industry. A to Z offers painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties for up to 25 years. They offer shingle roofs with warranties for up to 50 years. They do tile roofing, cedar shake shingles, designer roofing, and flat roof covering. Recent job photos and material descriptions can be seen at A to Z roofing and waterproofing.com. I jinxed myself.
You did. That's twice. I gave that read to you just to see if you could make it.
Yep. Jinxed myself.
I do. Darcy's got to take her car in about a week and a half to Bozard to get some Ford done. So just some service done on it.
Yeah.
So I said, let's go to Ford's Garage. So I'm going to meet her out there.
Are you going to have a Jiffy Burger?
I don't know. I like other burgers. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it time for you to see other burgers?
I've never dated the Jiffy Burger.
Wow.
I was not invited to help create the Jiffy Burger, so I feel like it's not mine. It's somebody else's, so I just don't want to.
You were snubbed.
I was.
The Jiffy Burger is a snub to Mike Davis.
No one said, hey, Mike, do you have an opinion about this? They just, boom, here's our Jiffy Burger.
You know what? We need the burger that has the most cheese and the most bacon on it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need.
And jalapenos.
Nah.
Just work with me. You got bacon and cheese. I didn't complain.
Okay.
Work with me.
Do you not like bacon and cheese?
I like bacon and cheese, but I like jalapenos better.
No mushrooms, though.
No, we are not getting near a mushroom.
No mushrooms.
No mushrooms. All right, Powell Heating and Air Conditioning. They've been serving St. Augustine for over 40 years. They're open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, including nights, weekends, and holidays. That's basically around the clock for the entire year. Their dedication to customer service is evident in everything they do at Powell's. From the moment they answer the call until the time they leave your home, they're working to make you comfortable and confident about the care and service you receive from Powell Heating and Air Conditioning. They also have a fleet of over 10 trucks. They've got a 15,000 square foot warehouse stocked with parts and equipment. They service all major brands of AC units. So give them a call. They'll take care of you. It's really important. I said earlier, insurance is important. You need an AC. You need an AC guy you can count on, because
Absolutely.
when it gets really cold and your AC unit freezes over, which we're going to talk about today, that's a problem. If it gets really hot and your AC unit breaks, that's a bigger problem. So Powell Heating and Air, give them a call, 904-794-2665. Amazing folks.
Yeah.
All right.
Susan Johnson's watching. I think you were one of the ones that actually knew what the movie Dangerous Beauty was. That's our movie for February. So let me know how you think about, or what you think about that in the comments.
Yes. Let us know.
You're so annoyed. Do you want me to loan it to you so you don't have to pay for it?
No, I'm going to pay. I told Darcy we had to watch it together. She's like, I'm not watching that. I said, you got to watch this with me, because otherwise I'm going to get in trouble if you walk in the room, because it's about a courtesan, and I'm not going to get like you walk in the room and go, what are you watching, Mike Davis? The show I have to watch for the thing. I'm calling Amanda to make sure this is actually the movie.
This is the movie. And I watched this in my late teens, early 20s. So it's not like that bad. But I was also watching Sex and the City at the time. So, I mean, I wouldn't watch it with my kids. My kids aren't watching this anytime soon.
Andy just lit me up in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, I was thinking about a plain burger for the Mike Davis burger. Just the burger and the bun.
I'm fine with that as long as there's cheese and bacon. I don't want any vegetables.
That's the Amanda. That's the Amanda accessories.
Yes.
Actually, you should just call it the khaki burger. Troy would be so happy if it was the Mike Davis khaki burger.
It's probably the kids' burger.
That's exactly what
That's the kids' menu burger.
Ketchup on the side.
So I love a good meat and cheese tray.
Yes.
And you would think Mellow Mushroom, since they have cheeses and they have meats, that they would have a meat and cheese. They would have a nice little mellow charcuterie board. No, they don't. And so because my husband worked there and I knew the kitchen guys and all the servers, they were like, well, why don't you just have the Italian sub with no vegetables and no bread, and just ask them to put the meat and the cheese on the plate for you. So when I had a hankering for meat and cheese, because we ate at Mellow Mushroom so often when my husband worked there, because I was alone with the kids and we hadn't seen him for forever. So we would go and have dinner with Daddy while he was working. And so I ate there so often that I couldn't even eat the pizza anymore. And I would eat mostly wings and meat and cheese. And so they had a button while he was the manager there. They had a button that would just take everything off except for the meat and the cheese. And it would just be meat and chease on a plate.
Listen, that is such a Harry, when Harry met Sally order. Yeah, I'm going to have a very simple order. I want this minus that plus that minus this minus that. And could you arrange it this way? And could you put it on this kind of plate and not that kind of plate? And yes. And when you come out, could you call it charcuterie for me?
So, yes. But on the other hand, like, why am I going to take the resources of the restaurant when it's just going to get thrown away?
I'm with you.
And so I'm always torn. I'm kind of a picky eater. I like to take stuff I like less on my plate than more. And people will add things that I just don't even want. So when I got the wings, I would just say, no celery. I don't want the celery. My kids would eat the carrots. And because I'm not going to eat that plant matter. I'm there for the wings.
You're there for the wings.
I'm not there for the plants. And so, yeah, I am torn between looking like a Sally and asking for it super specialized and not wanting to waste food.
That's okay. You can be a Sally.
You
can be a Sally.
If the server's good, then I'll ask for special adjustments. If they're not, then I'll just do it myself.
I'm one of those guys, when it's time to order, it's time to order, right? So I don't care how messed up you want to make the order. Just do it quickly.
Yeah.
Right. We've been sitting there, everybody asks at a table, and I don't care if it's couples or all guys, or I'm out with a bunch of women from a board meeting or something. It's like, just order. When it's your time to order, don't tell everybody, oh, I'm ready to order. You tell the waitress come over, and then the waitress comes over.
And then have 18 questions.
18, I'm not ready, you go. I'm not ready, you go, right? I'm like, I'm going to get this order in under 15 seconds. I got everything down. I know what I want.
Yeah.
In fact, sometimes if it's a place I go to all the time, if they interrupt me and ask me, like, I was on a roll. I was on a roll. I was going to give you this whole order all at one time. But yeah, for me, make up your mind which one. It's just food. Make up your mind. You got this. You can do this.
If it's a restaurant that I've been to, I probably know what I'm having before I sit down.
Yeah.
Because like, that's what I get at that restaurant. And I almost never waver from what I get. My usual is my usual.
Yeah.
So Oh, Susan commented, was thinking about
She's
it.
never even seen the movie, but she somehow got it on the Wheel of Destiny.
I mean, I added it.
I understand.
It was
Weakness
me.
here.
It was me.
Team Susan.
Yeah.
Susan, we're just glad to see you back from your morning from Sunday.
So Dangerous Beauty is about a female poet. So
Mhm.
not a female painter,
Mhm.
but about a female poet.
I thought she was a courtesan.
She's also a courtesan.
So she's a poet and a courtesan.
Mhm.
So she's multitasking.
She also
There's jokes there, but I'm
Oh,
not
I
going
was
there.
about to say
I'm not
something.
going there. I'm not
and it
going
was going
there.
to open a door for Mike Davis blushing.
No, not going to do that. I'm
So we're
still
not gonna do
blushing
that.
thinking about some of the stuff I was getting ready to say. We're not going to do that. No
Back
way.
at restaurants.
No, let's go back to restaurant. Let's go back to the Mike Davis burger. There's just a bun and a hamburger.
Yeah.
Gotta throw some jalapenos.
I'm a
some daddle
bacon
sauce,
cheeseburger.
maybe. I'm a big
Yeah.
daddle sauce guy.
I could do that.
I love daddle sauce. Menorca and Mike's daddle sauce.
Although, you know what I like on my burgers,
What?
and I guess it's not a standard thing, so it could be controversial.
Mhm.
I like no plants. I want cheese. I want meat on my burger. But my cheeseburgers, I like to have mayo, ketchup, and mustard. There's a little threesome of condiments on my burger.
That's fine.
People get weirded out by the mayo.
I have mayo and mustard. I rarely do ketchup.
So in A Whole Nine Yards, when Bruce Willis has his meltdown about mayo getting added to everything, everybody watching the movie with me looked at me funny because I get mayo with my burgers.
You wouldn't last 5 minutes on the
You
morning
won't
show.
invite me on the morning show, so we'll never know, Pete.
Oh, Pete, there's just challenge accepted. Listen, Pete, you have no idea what Amanda talks about. Yesterday when she said, I'm going to give you a movie, Dangerous Liaisons, out of my DVD
It's not
collection,
Dangerous Liaison.
I was like, please no. I'll just rent it. There's no telling what I'll actually get in that cassette case. No.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't trust
And then
me.
she says it's a Disney movie, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's
No.
now you've really made me upset. 'cause
Although
it's
there
a
was
Disney
an
movie.
ad for it on Disney Plus, and I can't imagine, like, that is not a good match,
Yes.
Disney Plus and Dangerous Beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a problem saying exactly the things I should. Pete, that's why you're famous and have to wear sunglasses, and we don't.
I know.
We are just not.
That's why I don't put my last name on the show.
No, I got it on the show. Yes.
I know.
Pete says come in tomorrow morning. That's a challenge
That is a
accepted.
challenge.
Yes. What time does school start for you
Should I?
tomorrow?
Should I do
You
it?
should come in tomorrow.
Yeah.
You should go in and just embarrass the
Troy would
entire
be
thing.
like, no, I can deal with her on Thursdays. I can't deal with her on Wednesday. Yep.
Andy, I thought the servers just told you what you were getting, Mike Davis.
At this
no,
point,
they just know
at
what
his
I'm going to get.
diners,
If I come in and I order the waffles
Yeah.
with fruit on them, they look at me like I'm not me. They look like something's wrong. How much did you have to drink last night? Are you okay? Are you fine? Did you hit your head on the way in?
Mm-hmm.
They ask all those kind of questions. So, yeah. All right. So we have a couple of things. Today I found out if you Google Gulf of America, if you Google it, it actually comes up now.
Let's see.
Google has said they are going to let you search for Gulf of America and show you
Let's see
the
in real
Gulf of
time.
America. Can you imagine Google in the first term
It
of Donald Trump
self-populates.
doing anything that he wanted to do? And now they have Gulf of America.
Top stories. Google Maps say U.S. users will see Trump's new name. They won't even say it. The Washington Post won't even say it. The new name,
The new name.
the Gulf of Mexico.
So I
That's funny.
challenged Pete Melfi and the Florida Man
All
Games
right, let's see.
to declare the site of the Florida Man Games Melfyville.
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 It still says Gulf of Mexico on their actual map.
Yes.
There's lots of Gulf of America businesses.
Mhm.
So they're not quite there.
Pete, if she shows up tomorrow and embarrasses all of you guys, I warned you. I warned you.
You'll just have a little more empathy.
You
for
were
Mike.
warned, Pete Melfi.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to see Amanda tomorrow on the morning show.
show.
That'll be funny.
That is going to be good. That is good.
That's
You're
funny.
allowed to make fun of me because that's what they do on the morning show.
Well, of course.
I make fun of them all the time.
Yeah.
It's just the way it works.
That's
It's
the way
awesome.
it works.
Yeah. So those of you, we need Gulf of America shirts.
There are so many Gulf
we
of America shirts.
need some Gulf of America shirts.
There are lots. We could have
Oh
a
my
Mike Davis show Gulf of America shirt.
The Gulf of America.
I think I see a lot of Facebook ads for MAGA.com selling merch. I'm sure they have one.
Oh my gosh. They got to have a Gulf of America
I'm
shirt.
sure they do. It's so hilarious.
I know.
Yep, they've got a hat.
The Gulf of America hat?
Gulf of America 2025 hat.
I love it.
Gulf of America shirt. Look at all that. These are all their new shirts.
See, the left can't do fun stuff like this.
So MAGA.com for all your Gulf of America
Gulf
merch.
of America gear. I'm going to have to get a
gracious.
Gulf of America something.
Oy, oy, oy. So
That
funny.
and I'll get a Mount McKinley hat.
So you want a Gulf of America t-shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you want the established in 2025? Or the one that's
I just like
MAGA?
the straight up Gulf
This one?
of America.
Okay. What color are you going for?
What colors we got?
We got dark blue, light blue. We can show everybody. Dark blue, light blue, and red.
What do you think goes best with my aging look?
Well, your blue eyes, it's always a good
All right.
choice to go blue.
Let's go blue.
All right. Light or dark?
Let's do dark blue.
All right.
Because
I'll send it to
that's
you.
a dark blue of America.
Yeah. Merca.
America.
Merca blue.
We want America blue. We don't
All
want that sissy French blue. We want America blue.
That's right. All right. A
I want no
medium.
sissy French blue shirts.
All right. I'll send it to you.
All right. Awesome. Perfect.
So funny.
All right. Trump keeps getting cabinet members through.
Uh-huh.
There's a couple we
The
talked
ones
about.
that we thought would never get through.
Well, RFK Jr. is tomorrow. So tomorrow morning might be one of the best because RFK Jr. has a lot of facts crammed into his head.
Yeah.
Even though the senators on the Democratic side that have notes in front of them, I think are going to get schooled by him tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I'm
not saying I'm a huge RFK Jr. fan.
Yeah.
We talked about yesterday, anybody that can catch a rattlesnake, a diamondback rattlesnake with his bare
He
hands
just sticks his hand in
and
there.
not
grabs
get bit.
it. It's so great.
His guy, I'm in.
What would he
Sign
have
him up
done?
for something.
What would he have done if he had gotten bit? He's not a big fan of, hospitals and
I
the
think-
medical infrastructure.
I think Van Strain should invite him to come down to the Florida Man games,
Dude, he might just show
to
up.
show up
That's a thing.
and do snake wrangling.
I mean, that would be hilarious
Oh,
to
that
have
would be
RFK Jr. host like Gatorland's
Yep.
reptile show. That would be
Mhm.
hilarious.
Yep.
He's not Florida man, but he could be an honorary Florida man.
Anybody that grabs a snake with their bare hand is an honorary Florida man.
Yeah.
Telling
Steve
you,
Irwin, honorary Florida man.
yes, they're not a California man.
Yeah.
They run away with a ponytail, man
Yes.
bun on top of their head.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you. No, the Gulf of America thing I thought was absolutely awesome. Border crossings,
Uh-huh.
not at an all-time low because no one had numbers back before 1776, but they are at historic lows
Yeah.
for the number of people. We're actually, if you did the math on the number of people Trump says they're deporting daily,
Mhm.
which is over 1,000 to 1,500.
Yep.
Border crossings that were caught was about 600
Mhm.
a couple days ago, which means the net is a positive for getting more people out of the country than came in the country. I don't think that happened on a single day that Joe Biden was in office.
That's wild, man.
I know. It's awesome.
That's wild.
It's awesome.
I've seen video of people with like very full suitcases
Leaving.
going.
Yeah. I still think Trump had an opportunity to say, if you self-deport,
Mm-hmm.
you tell us on the old Joe Biden app that you self-deported.
Yeah.
We will not hold this against you when you actually do file to come into the country.
Only one button
legally.
remains on
Only
the app.
one button. I'm
You
self-deporting.
find yourself
That's
with a
right.
self-deport
I
button.
self-deported. Tell us where and when you self-deported and how many people you took with you. I think that would be awesome.
So Tim Gauze has been in the comments a few times. They're doing a barbecue dinner fundraiser
Mhm.
for a young man by the name of Troy, different Troy, not Blevins, who broke his leg. He's out of surgery. He's healing, but they're doing a barbecue fundraiser. It's $15, gets you baked beans, ribs, baked beans, mac and cheese.
Where do you go to get this? And
So dinner for two is $25. A full slab of ribs is $35. Sunday, February 16th. Pickup is at Melvin's Repair Shop between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m.
okay.
That's 1625 Old Moultrie Road in St. Augustine. You can pre-order on jimmyjamoutreach.com/upcoming.
Is Robert helping you cook? That's my only question.
They might have something in the post about it.
Yeah. Listen, but Robert, if they're just awesome folks.
Yep.
It's a great garage. Wonderful
put the
people.
pre-order
Been here a
link
long
in the
time. Do
comments.
some really good things. So
They're good people.
Yeah.
Yes. So I want to make sure we got those. Oop. They added more meats to it. Tim just texted me. They added more meats, brisket, and whole slab of ribs. More info at jimmyjamoutreach.com. I'm putting that in the comments for you guys.
Josh, I have comments about what the condoms were actually being used for in Gaza, but probably get in trouble if I say it. So,
Ooh, probably. We don't need to get banned.
no, we don't need. I'm gonna let it. I'm gonna let it go. But there was a really good thought that came into my mind. Like,
All right, Elsa.
I'm not telling that joke. That's like 6 jokes I passed on today.
I know.
I know.
Are you hurt?
Gonna pull a funny bone here in a minute. I'm laughing so hard. No.
Oh.
Yeah. Tim, we'll keep announcing that. Keep reminding us. Because that's a wonderful thing you guys are doing. Thank you for doing it. And if I am in town that day, which I think I am, I will order and get some
Yay.
ribs, mac and cheese, and baked beans.
And baked beans.
Yes. All right. JimmyJamOutreach.com. Love it.
I get it.
Tim, if you think about it, text me or Amanda.
Mhm.
Or Davey or somebody, they'll get it to us. A read that you want us to do for this, or the ad. I think
Yeah.
Amanda, you got it. Can you print that ad or send it to me?
I can. Yeah, I can.
All right, Amanda will print the ad.
Mhm.
We'll keep doing a read every day for you.
Yeah.
We can definitely do that. You guys are doing an awesome thing, trying to help somebody,
Yes.
and we can try to get you as many people. Besides, everyone knows the really good people that like barbecue listen to this show.
Of course.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yes.
with the best taste.
Everybody with the best
listens
taste.
to the
Everyone
evening
with the
show.
best taste. Listen
According
to
to
this show.
Emma Concerts, we sell the most tickets.
We
So
sell the most tickets.
if you're watching this show, you've got immaculate taste.
Mhm. That's right. Yes. All right. So we're going to help everybody get that done. But yeah, it's been a fun day of just news.
Mhm.
The other news, Trump revealed the truth behind the mysterious drones flying over New Jersey.
All right, give it to us. What aliens were flying them?
Well, they did not say it. The mysterious drones sighted over New Jersey in December were authorized to fly and did not originate from a hostile power, the White House said on Tuesday.
We could argue that.
It's the previous administration, right?
It's the
Good
previous
point. That is an
administration.
excellent point. We will have to take that under consideration as we discuss this. White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt, who I heard did amazing today in her first press conference.
That's what I heard too.
Said the Federal Aviation Administration authorized the drones to fly for research and were not the enemy. A brief panic ensued among
Again,
panic.
we can
A brief
argue
panic.
whether that research is enemy powers or not.
Well, we can also debate what they were actually researching,
Yeah.
because there were a lot of stories out there that they were sniffing for either biological or nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
So, look, Biden could have put this out.
It was during the summer, wasn't it?
It was in the fall, because
Okay.
it started and it just kept rolling and going, and it ran into October, November. But people were like, what is it? Why are these drones here? And the White House wouldn't comment on any of it.
Do you think they were scoping chicks laying out?
No,
I mean,
no. Mm-mm.
I've talked to fighter pilots and they would like make an extra wide loop so that they could check
Around
out
your
chicks
house?
laying out
They knew when you were at
around
the pool or laying
Destin
out?
Beach.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. What
I mean,
beach
I'm
did
just
you go
saying.
to again?
Not that one.
Okay. All right.
My friend had a pool.
You
we
had a
would lay out there.
following at the military base.
I had a boyfriend and then a bunch of friends. That's all I had. I didn't have a following.
That's called a following.
A boyfriend.
That's called, I don't know what you
and
call it in
friends.
girl world, but that's called a following.
No.
There are a lot of guys, that said Amanda's cool.
Mhm.
And when that guy breaks up
Sure.
with her, I am calling Amanda.
A lot of them dated my friends, so I don't think that's true.
Okay. All right.
I was friends with a lot of them because they were with girls I was friends with.
How old were you guys? 20-somethings, 19-somethings, teenagers?
18, 19, 20.
Okay. All right.
It was in the late teens, early 20s
All right.
years. Yeah. There's a lot of Bomb Squad guys that would hang out at TGI Fridays where my friends and I all hung out and worked.
Bomb squad guys.
Bomb Squad guys.
Bomb squad
Mhm.
guys. Yep. Okay.
They're a special kind of crazy, those guys. So clearly, because they hung out with me.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly. So anyway, Trump got to the bottom of the drones. I'm not sure I believe that, again, like Amanda said, it wasn't from a hostile government.
Maybe.
I'm sure it wasn't from a hostile government.
Uh-huh.
All right. And then in more news that is just amazingly and fun, frantic Denmark invests $2 billion. $2 billion in Greenland's defense. How much is that a person? Because there's only like
How many did we
100,000
say?
people. I think it's 130,000 people on Greenland. So what is that a person for the Greenlanders?
Greenlanders. All right, they're 56,865. So let's say 57,000.
57,000.
And how much did they spend?
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
$2 billion with a B,
That's
Dr.
so-
Evil. $2 billion with a
so
B.
many dollars.
Yes.
Good gracious.
And they gathered the leaders of Sweden, Finland, and Norway for dinner. Look, if you're asking those guys to help you fight, they're going to look at you and go, we colonized, that it's up to you to keep control of it.
Yeah. So let's see. That's 2. Let's see. How many zeros would
you
we
want me to
need?
just do the math on the calculator?
I'm using my brain. That's millions. That's billions.
Yeah.
So
$2 billion divided by
That's crazy, dude.
57,000. $35,000. $35,087.72 per person.
wow.
Per person for defense.
They should have just given them that
just
money.
give them each a rocket launcher. It would have been cheaper. And so much
everyone
more
gets an
fun
AK.
during the holidays.
Everyone gets an AK.
Everybody gets an AK and a rocket launcher, and we're good to go.
Denmark's the Oprah Winfrey of personal home defense.
If you're the mayor of a city, we'll give you 2, right? I mean,
right?
Yes. Yeah. A Stinger Sidewinder missile for every town. There can't be that many. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just rolling here.
Bobby wants to know. Thanks. Bobby wants to. What's the area you grew up in, like officer and a gentleman? There were definitely the girls I went to high school that their goal was to marry someone in the military. And we had a lot of special operator tech schools in my area. And so there was definitely a market for military fellas. I was never looking for a military fella, but I also wouldn't not date someone because they were in the military. I didn't date a ton when I was, despite what he says, I didn't date a ton when I was in high school and early college years.
Okay.
But yes, it was a little like officer and gentleman.
There is a story out that I guess the look on Melania's face whenever Trump was asked, this was in California, when they were out in California, that why would you take Fauci's security detail away from him? He said he made more money. He was the highest paid government official. He can afford his own, right?
Yeah.
His safety is his problem. Apparently the look on Melania's face was priceless on that one. So Fauci can hire his own security. I got to tell you.
Find it.
No, I got it. I got it here. But
I know, but I got to show them.
Oh, you're going to show them? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's been making a big splash in this administration. I felt like she was momming Barron the last go around and she just wanted to stay out of all the hit. But she's in.
She's an empty nester now. So
she is all in to go. She went somewhere in California and one of the people who had lost everything was from Central Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And she spoke the language and was speaking to the person in their own language, which was just amazing to watch.
That's really cool.
Yes.
That's a scam ad. Let's see. You could just send me the one you have. Western Journal?
Western Journal.
Let me see.
Yep. Western Journal. I get stuff everywhere.
Do I have it? You do.
I do. I
don't
have
think
this.
This is wide enough.
Yeah.
Let me see. This might not be wide enough. Is this the Asheville Airport press conference?
I thought it was the LA conference is
this
what it
isn't
looked
the
like.
right one. All right. Let me see if I can find it.
You'll find it.
I know.
Tulsi Gabbard also has to go before. Apparently there's 4 Republicans who are thinking about voting against her. Obviously Collins and Murkowski.
Of course.
And by the way, Murkowski applauded Denmark actually spending money on Greenland instead of us getting it. I'm trying to figure out how she gets reelected. But I know because Alaska has a stupid, quirky ranked voting system.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to put down a different person for like 1, 2, 3, 4 picks.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're the number 1 pick, but you didn't get over 50% or whatever the percentage is, then they go down to the number 2 pick for everybody and they add those votes in. And
Yeah.
it just becomes completely screwed up
weird.
as you get deeper into it. So, yes. So you've got
I'm working. It's loading.
it's loading. Who's in charge of the internet in this place?
Is that you?
No, it's Pete. It's 100% Pete. I'm not in charge of anything.
Yeah. There's an ad. I'm going to skip the ad before we go to
I just show up and do talent.
it. I'm just the
I'm
talent.
just the talent. I'm not in charge of anything.
I'm in charge of getting us online, so I guess that means I'm not the talent.
Yes. Well,
If I'm the brains of the operation, we're in trouble.
yes, there was another thing today that, Democrats keep going, well, you can't be serious. These people haven't broken a law.
Yeah.
And the press secretary said, I was a reporter, obviously, asking a question, what they have broken a law.
Mm-hmm.
They entered our country breaking United States law to do it. So they have broken the law.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't get it through their thick skull that you can't walk across any border in the world. I'd love to put them on the South Korean border, let them walk into North Korea and just see what the reaction and reception is like. They're not going to get a free cell phone. They're not going to get any free food. They're not going to get housing in a hotel.
Yeah.
They will get housing and they will get food, but I'm not sure the food will be edible, nor will the housing be leavable.
Western Journal's website sucks. It's
Yes.
3 ads.
Oh.
Okay, let me see what this
You're never going to
next
find
video.
it. There you go. That's it right there.
They have it on the headline of this page,
Yes.
and
But you still can't get it.
it's 4,000 ads.
Yeah.
All right, so she's sitting
I
there.
don't go
She's
there often.
serious. She's listening.
Pete
Let's
Buttigieg is taking a serious look at running for the Michigan seat. It's just a great look. Isn't that an awesome
She's
look?
all of us. I'm telling you.
Oh, she's becoming my favorite first lady ever.
Well, I can tell you she's making first ladies cool because I'm around a lot of teenagers, and those teenagers are very impressed with how beautiful she is and how take no prisoners she's being in her first few acts.
Mm-hmm.
They think, I mean, they remember the teenagers that I'm dealing with, like the 15, 16-year-olds. They remember the FBI raid of their home.
Mm-hmm.
And so they absolutely think that it is incredibly cool and badass, I guess I could say, that she's just not playing the game. And she's just that.
They raided
portrait?
her underwear drawer. I'm sorry. That is completely
That's gross.
inappropriate. That's completely inappropriate.
And I get it. You have to search everything if there's an actual crime. There wasn't an actual crime. This was just them harassing and degrading them as people, and it's gross.
Have you seen the video of somebody actually figuring out what Barron Trump said to Biden when he shook hands with him at the inauguration?
Yeah, we never talked about it. Do we want to show that video?
There's a video where someone says that they think Barron told Biden it's on. And then he goes back to his mom, and Melania, who did not smile much that day, is smiling at Barron, and she says, "Be nice." So it might not have been it's on, but it was something
Joe
his mom
Biden's
told him to be
face.
nice about. And then he still gave Biden the sideways look back over the shoulder.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And that's this one.
Yeah.
Go away, pop-ups.
So according to that, it's on.
So he whispers in Biden's ear. Biden's face changes.
Completely changes.
And Barron's like, ha, ha, ha.
But his mom, you don't see the scene there of his mom telling him to be nice. And you can clearly say, I mean, she's saying be nice. Yeah.
I think he said more words than it's on.
I don't know. I don't know. One day when he runs for president, we'll find out what he said. He'll declassify it.
I don't think we're going to have to wait that long. I think once he's an adult, he might say.
He's an adult now. He's in college.
Like an adult.
An adult
like a
out of
fledged
college.
adult.
Yes.
Right now, he's still in the system.
And those of you that love Jim Acosta, those of you that can't get enough of Jim Acosta,
Who?
Those of you, no one does because no one's watching the show.
Put laughy faces if that's you. Laughy faces in the comments.
So Jim Acosta quit today.
Yeah.
Gave a sanctimonious rant about standing up for the truth. The truth. Jim Acosta wouldn't know the truth if it hit him in the rear end.
The truth according to him.
He would not know the truth. The real truth. Anyway,
Well, it's hard to know truth if you don't believe that there is a truth and everyone just has their own personal truth.
good point.
So
Look, I'm
according to his philosophy, the truth can't be known because there is no truth.
There's no truth. There's just Jim Acosta's world, and he's going to tell you what it's like to live in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have money. I can't decide on where to put my money. Does Jim Acosta start doing a podcast with Don Lemon, or does Jim Acosta start doing a podcast with Keith Olbermann? The egos there are unbelievable.
It's got to be
If you
Don
think
Lemon.
the egos on the morning show are big, you should watch that show. Don Lemon and Jim
Olbermann
Acosta.
is such a character. It's got to be Don Lemon.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
It's not Bill Maher, because Bill Maher would just rip him a new one.
I don't
I
know.
did send you a wonderful Bill Maher interview.
Bill Maher doesn't. I saw. Is that the one that's Matt Gatesy?
Yes.
Ugh.
He's interviewing Matt Gaetz.
Yeah.
I know that you love everything Matt Gaetz, so anytime it comes across the
I
screen,
know. It just hurts my heart.
copy, paste, send. Copy, paste, send.
Hurts my heart when anyone says anything negative to what
Yes.
I'm watching, but who?
Also, we're out of the World Health Organization, which is an amazing thing.
Speaking of who?
We have frozen all federal aid outside of Social Security and Medicare, which is awesome.
Yep.
So apparently somebody in the U.S. Aid Department was trying to get money overseas to people that Biden had already said to give out.
Yeah.
But Trump said, no, we're not giving it out. We're going to review all of this. Apparently they were trying to get it out without being caught.
Yeah.
Caught him, and he said, "You
Fired.
guys." No, he didn't fire them. He said,
Fired.
"You can go home with pay. Just go home."
Yeah.
Just go home.
Bye-bye security clearance.
But I don't think they have security clearance yet.
They got to have some if they're involved with money to foreign nations. That's so I hope that he actually ends the income tax. He's talked about it a bunch.
I got a plan.
That in our
I got a plan.
Gots to plan,
It
y'all.
didn't take me long, but I got a plan.
Yeah.
So if he ends the income tax, that's great. If he just does the no tax on tips,
Yeah, you're gonna tip everybody.
I'm going to tip everybody, but we're going to start doing tips in our business. Right? Here's the straight.
more raises.
Here's the flat fee for what it costs, and we expect to be well tipped.
Yeah.
Yes, it's free. It's tips. It's all a tip.
Yeah. To ensure, what is it? To ensure something service.
Peak service.
Polite service.
Polite. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I'll go with that. Look, I think that would be the fight if everybody in the whole country just said, okay, we're working for tips.
Yeah.
These are no longer wages. They're all just tips. It would break the IRS in a few
Well, that's
minutes.
what the rich people do. They don't work for an income. They work for stock options, and that's not taxed the same.
It's not 20% tax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, we got to figure out a loophole for the people that need to actually buy groceries. So, I just want the fair tax.
Yes.
I'm a fair tax girl.
There's no such thing as a fair tax.
That's true.
Somebody always gets screwed, and it's usually the middle class because there's more middle class than there is any other group, and so the middle class always gets screwed.
The whole idea of the fair tax is that your food and your medications are untaxed, and so you get a stipend each month to offset whatever tax might be on your food and your medication. And everything that is purchased new has the fair tax applied. Anything that's purchased used has already been taxed by the fair tax, so it is no longer taxed. So it incentivizes people to buy used and not just throw away their money on brand new things all the time.
Yes.
So you can untax yourself if you're smart with your shopping. But this whole like got to keep up with the Joneses and buy new things all the time, you be paying the fair tax on those things.
So I have to go back to the luxury tax, which the Clintons enacted in 1992, 93, shortly after they got elected. They said, we are going to tax luxury yachts, luxury cars, luxury planes. The net impact was rich people, who were the only ones that could afford the luxury yachts or boats, anything that was above that price threshold, just said, you know what, I've got one, I got two, I might have four, but I don't need another one. So they actually did a study in like 1996, and they realized, well, we collected this much tax.
Mm-hmm.
But we paid out this much in unemployment benefits to the people who lost their jobs at the shipyards because rich people said, I'm not going to spend any more money. So if you're rich, you can afford not to spend money. If you're poor, you have to spend money to get everything.
But also, if you're rich, you're much less likely to buy things used.
Yes.
You're much more likely to buy new clothes, to buy new cars, and to buy new cars more frequently. And so, yes, you might also buy vintage cars, whatever, like that's a thing. But they're far more likely to buy the new Tesla. They're far more likely to buy the new Bentley or whatever. Whereas I have never owned a brand new car, ever. I've only ever owned used cars, so I wouldn't have to pay tax on those used cars.
Dave Ramsey would love you. Dave Ramsey would hate Troy and I.
He does not love me because I'm very against the envelopes.
The amount of debt.
I think that everyone who's in a Christian marriage has gone through their Dave Ramsey phase. And it's a rough phase that all couples go through. And whether or not they survive that phase determines whether or not they're going to make it in the end.
Who's the spender in your family? You or Louie?
We both spend on different things, though. I'm more likely to be like, oh, the kids need this, and it's probably not a need, and get it for them. Whereas
the kids need this. Mom should have a new dress to drive them to school. That kind of need?
I never buy clothes for myself. I only when I physically can't wear what I'm currently wearing, which is why you see the same things on the show all the time. If you go back, I've probably worn this on a 10th of the shows we've been on. But
more like an eighth, but I wasn't going to say anything.
I mean, the math.
I wasn't going to call you out.
Me with math questions.
I wear this shirt once a week.
But I almost
so
never buy
I'm
clothes.
20%.
I almost never buy clothes. But I will buy the kids things. And, book field trips for the kids. Louis will splurge on foods.
He's a chef. We're pretty tight. Darcy's phenomenal. She's always, I'm going shopping. I'm like, okay. And she'll come home and she'll go, I didn't get anything. I'm like, I know, because I wasn't there to tell you, go ahead and buy that.
Yeah.
Although the last couple of weeks, she's been going to a couple of thrift stores and she's come home with some pretty cool stuff. And I only paid this much money for this. And I'm like, okay. So I buy stuff and wear it out. I mean, when I find stuff that's good, I'll wear it till you just physically can't wear it anymore.
And that's the same.
Yeah.
I just don't buy clothes.
Yes.
We don't even have a line in the budget for clothes for me.
The last time I bought jeans was 2020.
Yeah.
So the jeans I'm wearing now, I've had for 4 years.
Yeah. I've bought one pair of jeans in probably 8 years.
Yeah. I'm wearing them till there's nothing left to them that I can't wear them to work anymore. And then I can't wear them around the yard anymore because the neighbors are calling Darcy and saying he's got to change those jeans.
Yeah.
Can't cut the grass.
And then you retire things and that becomes your yard clothes, right?
I do. I have 2 or 3 yard clothes that got retired. They were clothes I wore and they're comfortable, but they're just, they're a little beat up. And tips to ensure prompt service.
I was so close.
Darcy and I were out at dinner Saturday night. Went to the Black Molly. I told her, honey, we got to get there early. Every time I ride by there, it's super crowded. Okay. What are you thinking? 5? I said 5:30. I said, I was thinking like 4 or 4:30. She looks like, well, how old are we? I said, I'm just trying to tell you, it's going to be crowded.
You are grandparents.
And she says, well, I just think I said, just work with me.
Yeah.
So we left the house at 4:30. By the time we get there, the parking lot's full. We walk in. It's a 25-minute wait at 4:35.
Yeah.
And so she looks at me and we sit down finally. She says, I guess 4:15 would have been good. I said, no, every time I ride by, it's just really, really busy. And the food was good. The service was good. Our poor waitress, really nice young lady, came to the table at the end. She said, you guys have been so nice tonight that the other couple I had earlier was yelling at me.
Why?
And I'm like, why? It's not your fault. The food's coming out.
Does yelling at the waiter make people disappear?
I don't know. Just don't be rude to people, especially if they're young people that are busting it, trying to earn a living and their first job out. Don't be that person.
Don't
be a jerk.
Don't be rude to people for things they have zero control over.
Yeah. I mean, if they throw the drink at you, If they bring the wrong food and cuss you out, then it's okay.
Yeah.
And you can say
that's
whatever
the
you
thing.
want to say.
That's
They've
their
crossed the
actual
line.
actions.
That's you're good.
Yeah.
But if it's just somebody trying to be nice and do it, just have some patience.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit of empathy.
I think everyone needs to serve tables.
I don't want. I've done it a couple times.
Yeah.
You know. It's
Everyone
tough.
needs to be a waiter for
Mm-mm.
at least 6 months. And that way you understand the true underbelly of working in the service industry.
Speaking of waiters, tips for kids.
Mm-hmm.
If you look it up, I'm pretty sure it's February the 4th, which is next Tuesday. It is all over the place. If you want to go to places with celebrity chefs, Tips for Kids is a phenomenal fundraiser. I cannot go because I have no idea what time planning and zoning is going to be over that night.
That's right. That's
And it's
Tuesday.
from 5 to 8 p.m. at most restaurants. If you look it up, you'll find
Tips
out.
for Kids for what charity?
It's, I don't know. Just Tips for Kids St. Augustine. There's only one that does Tips for Kids St. Augustine.
I looked at that.
I got to look everything up while I'm talking.
Well, you could send me links for things you want to talk about on the show.
I don't know. Andy 100% agrees about the waiters and waitresses.
I know. Everyone
Don't get
needs
upset.
to
Just
serve.
be nice.
Yes.
You might make a new friend. You might inspire somebody.
We've got.
Yelling at them is only going to show.
It's only going to get someone to spit in your food.
That's it. What year is it?
February 4th, 5 to 8 p.m. March 4th, 5 to 8 p.m. at participating restaurants all over St. Johns County.
And who are we benefiting?
All right. The Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Big Sisters, yes.
All right. So
Which is
on the 4th, we've got 123 Burger House, Kiwanis Club. Let's see. Oh, wait. Are these sponsors? No, participating restaurants and waiters. All right. So the Kiwanis Club is going to be at 123 Burger House. Two Creeks Bar and Grill is going to have Coast One title. Black Molly Grill is going to have the Bennetts from Anastasia Church, the Godelmans and the Saxons. Black Fly Restaurants, Blue Water Jewelers are going to serve you. Cafe 11, we've got a couple of people, Kim, Lauren, and Kristen. Green Papaya, Keller Williams is going to be there. Hurricane Grill is going to be Paradise title. Mellow Mushroom is a whole heap of people. Prohibition Kitchen, South State Bank, Shaughnessy's is a whole heap of people, and Terra and Aqua.
cool. So lots of places to go.
Lots of places on the 4th of February. And if you miss it, you got the 4th of March. Again, Cafe 11, Bono's, Dick's Wings and Grill, Ford's Garage, whoop whoop, Mango Mangoes, Mojo's Barbecue, and the Seafood Kitchen. Lots of places.
So they're okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's all on.
Plan your date nights accordingly, people.
Work your date nights out.
Mhm.
Go out.
Yeah.
I would have planning and zoning both nights.
Yes. First Tuesday of the month.
First
is not
Tuesday
good
of the
for you.
month, and I can tell you that we'll be there till midnight. Could somebody bring me a meal from somewhere, please? Just walk it right to the front of the.
Do you
planning
need-
zone. No, we get pizza from usually Carmelo's.
Would it DoorDash? Could you
don't know.
DoorDash tips?
You
for
probably
kids?
could get somebody to DoorDash.
I mean,
it,
I'm
but,
sure you know somebody at 123 Burger House
I
that you could pre-order a
probably-
meal.
Well, we usually get Carmelo's pizza.
Yeah.
The city does provide Carmelo's pizza for us.
Nice.
It's always amazing. So
That is good.
really, really good.
Carmelo's. Are
Somebody
you getting?
went out though and ordered a salad last time.
Oh, sad. I'm sorry.
I know. I ate some of it too. It
Plants.
was terrible. It was the worst
Are
thing
they
ever.
Carmelo's Pizza? Are they serving right now with the renovation? It's just the gas station that's
I
closed.
think the gas
Okay.
station is just closed.
All right,
It's a mess.
it is a mess over there.
It's a mess.
Yep, it's tore up from the floor up.
All right. I have an AC unit story.
AC.
An AC
That's right. You have a
unit
story.
I told you this the other day. Those of you that have air conditioning units, and this happened to Maddie, who's one of the servers at the Anastasia Diner as well. So I'm not the only one that this
Be nice to
happened
Maddie.
Be nice to Maddie. She's a really nice young lady. And Josh is watching the show, and Josh is her husband. So here's the thing that happens. I wake up Monday morning a week ago when it was really cold. We had all that rain. It was really cold overnight. It was like 35 degrees. Not enough to freeze, but really cold.
Yeah.
There's a thermometer out on my air compressor outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the west side of the house. So during the summer, sometimes it reads a little hot.
Mm-hmm.
But I woke up, I walked by, and I know that it's 35 degrees because I've looked at my phone, I've looked at my watch, I know it's 35 degrees. I walked by, it says it's 6 degrees. I went, oh.
You're like,
I think
No.
this thing's broken. I think
Yeah.
it's maybe there's just too much wind on it or whatever.
Mhm.
So for the entire week, it stays below 32. 23, 25, 16,
It's cold, but it
9,
wasn't that
all
cold.
these different things. And it was cold last week, but it wasn't that cold last week. So Saturday night after the Black Molly, Thursday night, get out in the backyard. We got the chairs out. We got the solo stove going. We got the fire going. Got an adult beverage.
Lovely.
Nice little Buffalo Trace in
One
my
of your
hand,
few.
right? And we're watching the stars, and all of a sudden the dog goes nuts. Like there's some weird animal in the yard.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, well, that's, kind of interesting. I'm looking around, and about 10 seconds later, I hear the AC unit go pop, 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 pop. And it is just pop. And I run into the house and I hit the off button on the AC, come back out. I've got it elevated 3.5 feet off the ground for flooding.
Yeah.
So I climb up on the stand. I look down in there. The entire inside, all around the perimeter where all the fins are, is completely coated in ice.
Oh, no.
And where the wires are in the middle of the AC unit, there's this big ball of ice. It's about that big. So I'm like, well,
It's 6 degrees around your compressor.
it's 6 degrees. So the thermometer, I apologize. So I'm like, yeah, you were right. It was 6 degrees where you were at.
Yeah.
The fact that it worked all week long, probably just making more and more and more ice until it finally hit the blades.
And it was cold enough that it wasn't melting on its own.
It was cold enough that it wasn't melting where we were. It wasn't melting enough. And the AC unit was running an awful lot. And it's blowing cold air. So it's just taking the moisture out of the air and making it into bigger icing. So just opened up the garden hose next to it, just started squirting it down, getting all the ice out of it, left it off all night long.
Yeah.
Got up the next morning.
Y'all must have had a snuggle to stay warm.
Still ice inside the AC. It's not the morning show, by the way.
Yeah.
You can save all of that for the morning show.
For tomorrow.
And so get all the ice out of it, go to church, come back from church, go, well, let's see what happens. Hit the on button, thing starts running, it's still running like a champ.
Yeah.
So just, if your AC unit says it's 6 degrees outside, just go outside, turn it off, go outside, and just look inside and make sure it's not full of ice.
Maybe.
Not something that we normally have to deal with here in Florida. Probably will never have to deal with it again in my life. If I'm lucky, about 40 years from now,
it's supposed to get cold
my
again.
kids will call me and they go, Dad, the AC unit says it's 6 degrees. Go outside, there's ice in it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's ice in it. You got to get the ice out of it.
I promise.
Way back when I was in my 50s, this happened to me.
When I was a young buck.
Yes, back when I was a very young person. So,
I heard it was supposed to get cold again, but not in the immediate future.
No, we got great weather coming.
Yeah.
Today, the weather was amazing. Yesterday, the weather was amazing.
Yeah.
50s to 70s, which is the perfect temperature in my mind.
It gets above 62 and my daughter's like, can I go to the beach?
I love it.
Yep.
Water temp in the pool should start warming up a little bit.
Maybe a touch.
It was 52 last week.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. I can tell you that was cold.
It was cold.
It was very, 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 very cold. It was very cold.
It's going to be into February before we're in the 30s again.
When in February?
This is projecting low of 37 on Friday.
Yeah, but look at the high on Saturday, though. It's like 70.
Not on this.
No.
MSN says the high on Saturday is 59.
What?
Nope, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong month. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes there.
Yep.
Are you driving that computer? Just out of curiosity.
I am driving.
Okay,
It's 66 is the high on Saturday.
Yeah.
So let's see. It's going to be right around Valentine's Day that it's cold again.
What temp?
On the 12th, it'll be a low of 35 and a high of 59.
Okay.
According to this, but that's far enough away.
That's far enough
Who the
out.
heck
That'll
knows?
change multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
So
What are you going to talk about on the morning show tomorrow?
I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe I should text Blake and ask him to give me a heads up.
Mm-hmm. Find out what the news is.
The news of the day.
The news of the day.
If I'm going to the morning show, I'm basically going just to be a spoiler. Isn't that what I do?
That's it. 100%.
Getting nothing done tomorrow morning.
Amanda's going.
Amanda never gets invited back to the morning show.
The only reason she's going is to try to get a raise on the evening show. So she shows up tomorrow. And Mike Davis says, that was amazing.
Yeah. We'll see.
Give you a raise for that.
We'll see how it goes.
Oh, man.
Is that how you negotiate? Trump's teaching me about negotiating.
Bob, putting water on it can crack the pipes.
According to YouTube.
It worked for me, and I called an AC guy, and they said you did exactly the right thing.
Well, maybe because the water wasn't hot. It's the temperature shock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was 30 degrees when you did that. So, or 35 degrees when you did that. So
Yeah,
the water coming out of the ground
was about 60.
just slightly warmer than the ice around your compressor. So that might have been the
It was
difference.
just enough heat to melt the ice.
If it was the summer and the compressor was frozen up, I wouldn't suggest using garden
Bobby,
hose
don't
water.
give me more things to worry about. I was past this, Bobby. It was in my rearview mirror, and you just put it on the hood of my car. Don't do that, Bobby.
Way to go, Bobby. AC anxiety right here.
I know. Now I don't even know what the temperature's going to be tonight when I get home.
Call Powell Heating and Air Conditioning.
I'm going to call them.
They'll fix it.
They're going to fix it. They are going to fix it.
They'll always fix your DIY disasters.
All right, so there's lots of ways to eat we figured out on this show.
Yes.
Tips for kids, February 4th, March 4th, first Tuesdays of the month. And then on the 16th, Jimmy Jam is doing a fundraiser at the Chapman's Garage, Melvin's Repair Shop. Got to order the food online and go pick the food up.
I just figured out the perfect compromise for our bacon cheeseburger for the Mike Davis show.
Let's go. Let me hear your idea.
You're going to love it.
Maybe.
Jalapenos on the side.
I was going
It's very When Harry Met Sally.
Andy, I'll just stick with the khaki burger. Just give me the plain khaki burger with a big note that
He
says
just doesn't
no
like a
mayo.
female ingenuity.
I love mayonnaise on that burger.
It's good though.
That's awesome.
I mean, it's good.
You mayonnaise on fries?
Sometimes.
Mustard on fries?
No.
Ranch dressing on fries?
Cheese fries with bacon, yes.
Okay.
The Outback steak fries with the cheese and the bacon. They have the like spicy ranch. That's good stuff.
Let's see how cool you are. Where do you get animal sauce for your fries?
Animal sauce.
What fast food chain do you get animal sauce on your fries?
Not one I go to.
You are right. That is a very correct answer. The burger place out in California, In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger.
That just sounds like one of Davy's movies.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Susan, pink sauce is amazing on about everything.
Yeah, that's ketchup and mayo mixed up, right?
Well, it's ketchup, mayo, and either mustard or a little bit of daddle just to give it some kick.
Yeah.
You can make it yourself. I do it. I made some for the family we were doing.
I could do a little bit of daddle in it.
Doing a fish fry for Thanksgiving. It's probably about 40 people.
The daddle mustard added to it.
Oh, that'd be
real
okay.
good.
That'd be okay.
Yeah.
Good call.
Mm-hmm.
You've worked with a chef before. And so I made up the pink sauce and people were like, what is that? I said, what's the sauce we eat, fish and shrimp with in St. Augustine? Just get us some cocktail sauce. I said, I'll tell you, just try this.
Mm-hmm.
The entire bottle of cocktail sauce was still there at the end of the night. I had made like 3 extra helpings of the pink sauce
that nobody wanted.
that nobody wanted.
Yeah.
And then the next year I rolled down there and like, you're making that pink sauce again, aren't you? Yes, I'm making a pink sauce.
Yes, I'll do that.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're very accommodating, sir.
For family, yes. For family, all right, enjoy the morning show.
It'll be a blast.
I don't think they had a guest tomorrow, and that was a way of just roping us into.
That could be the afternoon show. I could be on the guest. I could just do it all day. I could do a Davy on Wednesday.
You could pull a Davy.
Could pull a Davy.
Pull a Davy. That's
We'll
whenever
see.
you do all 3 shows.
They invited me in on the morning. That means you got to kick me out. That's what that means.
That's what that means. All right, all of you that were here tonight, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed winning because we're going to be winning again
All the
tomorrow.
winning.
We have Levi coming tomorrow. We
Yes.
have to check. We always have to check with him.
Levi. He's a very busy man.
And
theoretically, we have Levi tomorrow.
And Thursday, you get a night off.
I do. I have a date night.
You have a date night on Thursday night. I think that's
I had to order
awesome.
clothes. I'm going to
That
a Great
is a-
Gatsby party.
That is a date night.
I know.
If you got to order clothes, it's serious. Bobby, now I know why you haven't been on a date in a
Theme
while.
parties, dude. Theme parties kill me. That's about the only time I buy clothes, honestly, is it's usually once or twice a year I get invited to some theme party. And because I never buy clothes, I don't just have the stuff. And so then I have to buy stuff for it.
End of March, Home Again is doing a Footloose party at the Tringali Barn.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Footloose party. So like very modest, like Southern Baptist girls clothes and T-shirts and jeans.
That's it.
For boys.
Yes. Yes. and bad dancing by me because I don't do any good dancing. So I'll just be doing the bad dancing.
You need to YouTube how to do the Footloose dance and blow Darcy's socks off.
If I YouTube how to do the Footloose dance, I'm going to need an orthopedic surgeon to put me back together.
Kevin Bacon just redid it for like the whatever anniversary of the movie. You can do it.
Build houses, I don't dance. I build things, I don't dance.
Come on, man.
Nope, I don't do it.
We could do a whole segment.
Ask Davey. Oh my gosh.
This has got to happen.
This is not going to be good.
You know what I just did? I just lost my invitation to the Footloose party at the Trinkelly bar, and that's what I did.
I don't have time to do all that stuff. I got 2 months to get ready for a Footloose party.
You got 2 months. You could do it.
Yeah, I'd say that means 2
It's
injuries, 2
challenge.
recoveries, and then maybe sliding in under the.
Just think about it, an endurance booster for surfing.
I do that. It's called swimming in 52-degree water.
And also, you could dance.
And also, I could dance. Well, if I learn how to dance at this age, it'll be a miracle.
I believe in miracles.
Yeah. Troy will tell you, I got no rhythm whatsoever.
I'm not asking you to sing.
I just kind of still have to have the rhythm. So I'll do my best to embarrass myself.
Yay, we love that.
Do my best. All right, you guys have a great night. Morning show with Amanda tomorrow. So bonus, a celebrity on the show tomorrow. You guys enjoy. Watch the afternoon show with Davey and Pete. And we'll be back on tomorrow night. We'll see you guys.
Bye.